So you guys know I'm not crazy. There's another person out here too, and we're both watching this. There's a tornado going through Longview. Insane. See the little white peas floating around in the air? There's a whole bunch more. This is nuts, so I'm going inside. It just came up 15th. Now it looks like it's heading down Broadway or Washington Way. There's all kinds of stuff floating in the air. I'm going inside before I see a cow.
Hi, this is One for the Record. I'm Diana, and today is October 23rd, 2014. Here are your news updates for today. The Watchers watching the world. Evacuations ordered amid fears of Cerro Negro de Marasquer eruption, Ecuador, Colombia. Yesterday, major X 1.6 solar flare erupted from region 2192. Also today, there was a partial solar eclipse, and that was today. It was around 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you go into my recent uploads, I did post something. Hopefully someone saw something. That's cool. You can post it in my comments. Alright, moving on. Extinction protocol. Patient in New York City tests positive for Ebola. Took subway from Manhattan to Brooklyn night before. Heads up, heads up. What else is it saying here? Let's go across here. Let's tab down. I know, the cat didn't like that one. Biblically grim, Yale team foresees 90,000 deaths in one Liberian county alone by December 15th. Mali reports first Ebola case, deadly virus spreads to 6 African countries. Well, let's tab down here. Let's see. Don't get infected if you want to live. U.S. hospitals weigh right to refuse Ebola patients. I'm sorry, Ebola cases. Wow, look at this. U.S. hospital weighs right to refuse Ebola cases. Heads up on that. Heads up. Also, CDC requires 21-day monitoring for all passengers traveling from Ebola-infected countries. I say don't let them in. Do not let them in. Someone is very incompetent. It's common sense. Don't let them in. All right, moving on. This is terrible. I know. Big boy's crying about it. Hold on. Moving on. ENENEWS, energy news. Fukushima, Japan. Sailor on Fukushima, impact on Pacific. It's dead. For thousands of miles, there was nothing between U.S. and Japan. Like sailing in a dead sea, everything's all gone. Just talking about it makes me feel like I want to cry. No birds, no fish, no sharks, no dolphins, no turtles, nothing. And that was today. Also, you can see what day before yesterday's was. I already talked about that one. This is terrible. Let's move on. ENENEWS, energy news, U.S. Canada. TV, unprecedented catastrophe underway at Fukushima. Radioactive material will keep coming across to North America for centuries. Coming across to North America for centuries. Gunderson, melted nuclear fuel to bleed into ocean for decades, perhaps centuries. Entire Pacific is being contaminated. Entire Pacific being contaminated. That's terrible. And of course you see the thing below on October 17th that I reported on. My goodness. Oh, this is bad. It's bad all over. See, see how they don't tell you about Fukushima on the mainstream media? That should be a crime. That should be a crime against humanity. Wow. Alrighty then. Everything looks pretty bad, but hang in there. Alrighty then. Oh. Be prepared for anything. Be safe. Someone's coughing. Step away from the cougher person. Best not to, it's best not to even be out in public if you can avoid it. Large crowds. Alrighty then. Best to stay home for a while if you can. I know it's hard to do because you need to go out and make money, but for those who are retired, those that don't need to be out and about, best to really quarantine yourself. Step away from the public. That's what I say. I don't know, not very good. This doesn't look good. Cases are sprouting up all over the place. They're not closing the borders. I say if you don't have to fly, don't fly. Maybe this Christmas you're going to have to do Skype. Do some virtual gatherings because you're better off not being around crowds of people. Just so you know, you got to be safe now. Be safe. Don't spread it. Don't get caught up into getting contaminated. You see what I'm saying? Alrighty then. Better stock up on stuff and see if you know, don't hang out in malls. Try not to take any public transportation. Know your surroundings. Stock up on pet food. Anything you need to do. I'm not even if it's a good idea. If you have to, then go to the doctor. But if you're hanging out in clinics or hospitals, I don't know what to tell you. That might not be the best place to hang out right now till we see where this is all going. If you don't have to, don't be out in public. That's all I have to say. That's probably the safest thing to do. Alrighty then. Be safe. It's the eve of Friday. It's 4 days down. 1 to go before the weekend. A tornado also went through Longview, Washington. Heads up. Heads up. A shout out to Lori. Thanks for the information. Hope you're safe out there. Keep your eyes to the sky out there in Washington. Be prepared for anything. Be safe if you're out there filming. I'll catch you tomorrow on the flip side. Alrighty then. Everyone just be safe. That's all I have to say.
By law, have to have somewhere to put the spent fuel rods. They promised us they would have the spent fuel rods taken care of by 1976, then by 1982. Then by 1985, then 1991. It's 2013, you still store them on site.